What's up, YouTube? Mike at Carbonite Lab, back with another studio update. Today we have an Ulthwe Wraith Knight that I am painting as part of a larger project for the War Master John, painting up his Ulthwe war host. This is the linchpin, the cornerstone, or I guess you'd say the foundation of the army, or at least the main centerpiece at least. So he said I could paint it however I wanted. To me, when I look at this thing, I don't like it when they're all one color, but it looks like it's an actual robot chassis that's wearing pieced-on armor. So to represent the chassis, it's the bone color. The pieced-on armor, extra reinforcement, is all in black. The weapons are in black and they fade out to the bone at the very tips. To me, that's how it should be, that it's actually wearing the armor. So he said he had a second one, and he might want it painted as well with the opposite scheme. So the other way would just be black chassis with the bone-colored armor. That'd be kind of cool too. I decided to go with white on the actual helmet because I felt it actually give it more of like a ghost glow. I hate to say it. If I did it, I thought about doing it in silver and then fading it, or just doing other things, but the white just seems to be like, it gives it that true, like, empty, ghost in the shell kind of feel to it. So I kept it like that. He had one condition. He wanted the Ulthwe eye, or the Eye of Horus, I guess you'd say, in the very center right there. And I'm not really big on freehand. I'm not that great yet, so I found a way to cheat it, make it look good by putting a decal down first. The new ones are awesome, and then painting over the decal. So that way it actually creates the look of a hand-painted insignia. And the same thing on the side plates. I'm not sure if you could see it. Do the same thing there. Put the decal down and then paint it over it, because the decal was white and it didn't match. The Eye of Horus, or the Ulthwe eye, was yellow, so that didn't match. But just put those three on there, didn't go crazy on him. Surprisingly, this model really doesn't have a lot of gemstones on it. If you go through and look at everything and you know, catalog it or separate it as a blister or as a gemstone, I really only found 3 on this model. One on either side of the pack, and then the very large spirit stone in the very front. The rest of them to me were just blisters. So I painted it like it should be, or at least in my head. So on the back, I think it was cool how I decided to keep the 2 stalks coming off the top, the black, and then bring these with the bone to kind of make the color look a little bit more splasher on the back. Again, make it look like it's wearing attachments. The seal in the back, just painted that, a couple different shades of red, worked it up, and then capped it off with some bone and then some white. It didn't seem like it was a gemstone to me, but just a large seal, or the hatch, I guess, for where the Guardian sits. So whenever the War Master John brings me a model like this, he brings it to me already assembled, because he likes to assemble, he likes to do conversion work. He did take the time to magnetize the weapon options, so that way you can throw on the other weapons that he has. He also did the same thing with the fist. It pulls off, so you can put the sword attachment. If I can get it back on there. Clicks in place beautifully. The 2 on top are also magnetized for where he would put his scatter lasers or whatever weapons he's going to run for that game. But there he is. What do you guys think? I think it came out pretty good. He did pin it at the torso, so that way it's a 2-dowel system that locks it in place. You can pull it apart for transportation, so it is a little bit easier to carry and move around. The thing that I think was tough about painting it in this scheme while it was already put together is all the masking that was involved to go in and block off. I painted the whole model chaos black first as a primer, and then went in and masked off everything that was going to be, I painted the whole thing the bone color first, focusing on the areas that I knew would be exposed, and then I masked off the bone color and painted everything else the black. And that was the really long, tedious part, was packing in, masking all around and protecting all those areas. So to paint this thing again, I would love to do it when it's fresh, right off the sprue, and put the pieces together a little at a time. But considering the challenge of painting it all together, especially doing it with the airbrush, I think it come out okay. I'd be proud to put it on my tabletop and run it in my army. I think it's pretty freaking cool. All right, well, hope you guys like it. John, if you're watching, I hope you like it. Coming to a table near you.